I started doing my walks, my working out, power walking, whatever you want to call it, because just in the last month that I've been doing it, I actually feel tremendously better. Like, I'm gonna give you an example. Okay, right now I get up. Look at that. I just jumped up. No problem. No pain. Everything's good. My legs feel healthy. I can easily move around. No problem.
Because they're fucking lazy. They don't understand that not every joystick is exactly the same size. I can't believe they built it so it doesn't fit this joystick. I mean, this is lazy ass engineering.
Before we start, if you're happy that you got this immediate release of the video, you can thank the neophytes and the rats. They voted and they were okay with not getting their perk of early access. Anyway, this may be short, it may be long, I don't know. I did react to this live, but it was so unhinged and psychotic, it almost demanded a video be done on it. So, here we go. Big ups to Memology for the clip. Let's get started.
I need to raise money in order to save my ass from these state taxes out of nowhere that came up out of nowhere. So people come out, we're supportive of Phil, let's cheer, let's tip. They do it, great. Now I'll get past the state taxes, but now federal tax. Oh, now you owe more because you made more money.
Here's the thing. I'm looking at this joystick, right? And
I mentioned this in my stream, but holy goddamn. Look, I get the thinning hair thing. I'm 40. I've seen more hair starting to come out of my head. It happens. Getting old sucks. But a few weeks ago, DSP took what I would classify as outright offense at someone telling him to get Rogaine. But my God, Phil, you gotta do something with that. I also speculated that he might have trichotillomania, which is compulsive hair pulling due to anxiety, PTSD, trauma, or high stress. High stress being from, lying all the time, and this would lend credence to that, although the location is just a bit too perfect, the distribution is too good, so it could just be hair thinning. I don't know. Now, if you think me ripping into how his hair looks is a bit mean, understand this is pre-catharsis for the unhinged psychopathy that's about to unfold.
wow. It looks to me like the screws on this stick are really deep in there. You can see there's the holes there, but you can't even see the screw. I literally cannot even see the screw. I'm just curious. Hold on a second. I have a Swiss Army knife in the office. I don't even think this would fit. I think I have to go get my real screwdriver from the kitchen. I have it in my kitchen drawer. I don't think this would fit in this hole and unscrew the screw. Okay, it kind of fits. That is a tiny screw. Holy moly.
I'm going to stop saying that I mentioned this in my stream because I friggin' probably am going to mention all the things I mentioned in my stream. But to my point, Phil deals in tech. He used to build computers back in the day, remember? He runs enormous joysticks for fighting games. He has cables going every which way. He has laptops, monitors, etc., etc. And even if you don't tinker, I would think, yeah, I know that's a bad idea, but I would think that Phil would want to clean his electronics, which would lead one to believe that he has a micro driver kit in his house. I have one. I asked my stream last night. Tons of people had one as well. But apparently, Phil watched The Verge on how to build a computer and really took it to heart that you need a Swiss Army knife for electronics.
See that? That is ridiculously small. So yeah, we could do that. All right. And if that's the case, I might even just use the Swiss Army knife. It's just deceptively deep. You can't see how deep in there those screw holes are. Get a degree in engineering and make my own stick from the ground up. I don't think that's going to happen. So maybe now these companies have wised up and just made it so everything can easily be removed and replaced. You would think so. I mean, this is a $300 joystick. You would think they would not want you to buy it and break apart and then be like, oh, well, you're fucked. You can never improve the stick. You're just going to buy a whole new one, right? That'd be pretty insane. This is exceptionally good news. It is fully moddable. Check that sucker out. 100% moddable, baby. It's just a swap out of the joystick. Yeah, and it has all the clips to swap the buttons out, too. This is very good. This is very, very good.
Remember this energy, this, yes, the masters of craftsmanship have made this fully moddable. They have appeased the dark side Phil, and DSP Gaming shall gift lands and titles to the engineers. Total brand love and praise. Just remember this.
It should not be a lot of work at all. In fact, all the weight is on the bottom. It's bottom weighted. They put a heavy metal plate on the bottom of the joystick, and that's what gives it all of its weight. All you got to do, here's your joystick. All you got to do, this is the ribbon you take off, the wires, and then you just got to do 4 screws, and then I'll have to take the ball top off, and then the joystick should pop right out.
I'm experienced. Oh, yeah.
Seriously, I'll show you. But you're not going to be able to see it. I could try, but you're not going to be able to see it. I guess that's the best I can do. That's the absolute best I can do. All right, is that good? All right. Woohoo. Behold all the secret parts of my office, right? All the secrets in here. Just making sure, obviously, that there's nothing in the shop, right? That's private stuff. No, there's nothing here. Just the joystick, cleaning cloths, microphone, everything's fine. Okay. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? I don't even know. There we go. I'm unscrewing the 4 screws on the joystick. I'm unscrewing the ball top from the back. The 2 plastic pieces from the top of the joystick as well. So what brand stick is this? I don't see any wording on it at all, actually, of an extra joystick. But like I said, I do feel like a lot of the issues I was having is the stick. Okay. All right. So that is now removed. I'm going to remove the joystick from my Xbox joystick, which should be a lot easier. No unscrewing required. I don't know why. Not all joysticks have a double guard like that, but this one does. And this is the Hori joystick, by the way. Hori brand. So I don't know how good it is, but I'm going to try it because the other one's giving me problems. Okay. So, oh, wait a minute. See? Oh, man. I was afraid of this. I was totally afraid of this, and now we might have a big issue. Yeah. We might have a really big issue. The wires don't fit. I aligned the joystick like it's supposed to be aligned. The wires that attach to the joystick are now going into the button next to it. You see the problem with different joysticks and their designs? Even though they act like they're all interswappable?
Who, Phil? Who acts like they're interswappable? First, let's get this on the table right out of the gate. The QANBA 2 uses a Sanwa joystick, according to the Googling I did, and the stick has a length of 95mm and a width of 53mm. Phil is trying to use a Hori stick, and a Hori stick has a length of 95mm and a width of 72.5. So with basic Google searching, you should know that this ain't gonna work. But I don't think there's anything anywhere that says all QANBA sticks will fit even all QANBA products, but much less all Sanwa products, all Hori products, all anybody else, because that would just be silly. So this take is already hot garbage, but wait. Soon, we're going to light that garbage heap on fire.
The way that they built this QANBA joystick, the buttons are so close to the joystick, you need to use a more narrow designed joystick. As you can see, the Hori joystick is wider, and now it doesn't look like it's going to fit. Unbelievable. The only thing I can think to do is attach this first. It's going to fight this button. Like, no matter what I do, it's going to fight this button. Another really dumb thing about this joystick, so this QANBA stick, I'm liking it less and less. The way that they've got this set up, the buttons these are snap-in buttons. They're meant to be easily replaceable, okay? But the way they built the stick, you can only snap them in a certain direction. You can't rotate them around once they're in there. So because of that, this button, I can't rotate to be in a different direction to give more space between the joystick and the button. And no, you can't turn the joystick around because this is the orientation you need for the inputs to be correct. It has to be in there like this, orientation.
So the manufacturer speccing their button design to work with the narrow joystick is somehow bad, because the way the plate looks, it appears that it's designed for very firm fit and to prevent the buttons from turning, which I'm guessing could cause torsion on the wires, causing the connection to go bad. But since it doesn't work for Phil, it's bad. But the real reason I stopped it here was at the very good suggestion of just turn it upside down. Now, I don't claim to be a joystick aficionado or a fighting game player, but I have been around flying sticks and other peripherals in my past, and I want to say you should be able to rebind the joystick to whatever direction you need. But again, that's thinking beyond 3 feet in front of you, something that Phil just can't do.
This sucks ass. Like, why the fuck did they do it this way? Besides, they're morons, and they didn't test to see if another brand's joystick would fit inside the QANBA base.
And here we are, the dumbest sentence I've heard Phil speak in an incredibly long time, and that's saying something. I'm going to quote this. Quote, "Why the fuck did they do it this way? Besides, they're morons and they didn't test to see if another brand's joystick would fit inside the QANBA base." End quote. To the first question, why the fuck did they do it this way? Phil, they spec'd out a product. Singular. A QANBA 2 takes sticks and buttons of X dimensions. In terms of why, who knows? Maybe Sanwa sticks were a better financial choice for that particular product to keep costs lower. Maybe it took less machining. Maybe a VP was banging a secretary at Sanwa, and to keep her from telling the wife, Sanwa got the deal. Like, Phil, just shut up. Now, to the rest of it. Quote, "Because they're morons," end quote. Yeah. The people who actually have the capital and expertise and machines to make these joysticks, they're the morons. Sure, Phil. And now for my most hated yet favorite part. Quote, "And they didn't test to see if another brand's joystick would fit inside the QANBA base," end quote. My brother in Christ, that is not how the development of a product works. You make the product, you spec the product, you give the measurements for that product, and boom, you're done. It is not the responsibility of the goddamn product maker to confirm that their competitors' products fit within their own product. Does Phil think if he It blew his engine in his Toyota that he could go to a junkyard, rip a straight 6 out of another car, and it would magically fit and work with no modifications? I can see it now. I heard going diesel was the smart thing to do, so I bought a used semi-truck's diesel engine, and these morons at Toyota didn't test their car to make sure it fit all engines. What morons? I honestly didn't know that Phil was this stupid. Like, lack of knowledge, dumb. And worse, it's willful ignorance, willful stupidity. He has the internet. He can type on a keyboard. We've seen him type tips up on the leaderboard and write community posts. We've seen him do it. He could have figured this out, but no. He just wanted everything to work for him. And just wait, because he's about to become a victim, if you can believe it.
Right? Can I get rid of the button? But then I would be forced to use the 6 outer buttons rather than the 6 inner buttons, and all fighting game players are always used to using the 6 inner buttons. And it's also a different configuration for your fingers. I'd have to learn a whole new button configuration. They poorly designed this joystick. Here, I'll close. See, take a look. Here's the connector. It's touching the button. So for me to align the joystick, you're essentially smashing the wires of the joystick into the button to get it to align. Like, I think I could brute force it, but I might damage this wire connector in the process. They fucked it up. I mean, I can't believe how dumb they are that they did it this way. The dumbest part is that I can't rotate the button. If I could rotate the button around, I could at least try to give a little bit of extra space, but you can't even rotate the button. Wow, they are fucking idiots. That is incredibly fucking stupid. I've never seen something that dumb before. And I'd say this QANBA joystick, it's QANBA Obsidian 2. It's not a good joystick. This is not meant for mods. Yeah, like, they sold it like it was. Like, it looks like it's supposed to be. They did not use their fucking brains when they made this joystick at all, in any way, shape, or form. This is like a brainless design.
Sure. What the fuck?
Yeah, Memology hit it on the head here with that clip. What the actual fuck, Phil? Let's look at this from 3 different perspectives. Perspective 1, I want to buy a joystick and use it. Perspective 2, I want to buy a joystick and use it. Oh no, I broke the joystick. And perspective 3, I want to buy a joystick and mod it. For perspective 1, why does the customer give any fucks whatsoever about the dimensions of the physical joystick? They don't. They bought it to use it. For perspective 2 and 3, if they're going to go inside the stick to replace and mod, don't you think it would be wise to, know the specifications of said joystick before purchasing it? This is no one's fault but your own, and your level of indignancy is not justified in the slightest, Phil. Grow up.
Even that wouldn't work, because I'm trying to find alternatives of what I could do, but there's not much I can do at all. I'm pretty fucked. Like, I could screw it in like this, but there's no guarantee that it's going to work. I could screw it in just like this, but there's no guarantee that it's going to work right. And it could damage this wire over time, which I would almost guarantee you it will damage the wire over time.
I'm going to need your guys' help. I really am. I'm going to need your support morally, everything. I need it.
No, again, you can't. There's nothing I can do about this. This joystick has to be this orientation in order to get the moves to come out right, or else the joystick would be upside down. I'd be playing upside down Street Fighter. It has to be this orientation. There's nothing can be done about it. You know, I'm boned. Either I use 6 outside buttons and I have an empty buttonhole. Yeah, a complete empty buttonhole, which would mean that dirt and shit gets inside the joystick now, which obviously is not what you want. I don't have anything to cover the buttonhole with, you know? Why the fuck did they make it this way? Because they're fucking lazy. They don't understand that not every joystick is exactly the same size. I can't believe they built it so it doesn't fit this joystick. I mean, this is lazy-ass engineering. Dumb fucks. Jesus, this is bad. Wow, the wires in this joystick suck too. I'm not kidding. The wires are terrible.
What has to happen in your life to become this level of inhumanly repulsive? What tragic event befell Phil to cause him to become this blob of bile, hatred, and festering rage, calling people lazy, saying it's the worst design he's seen, etc., when just minutes before he was broing out with the company? Oh man, this is really good news, it's really well built, etc., etc. And this rage and ire was spurned on by Phil not having a joystick which met the product's specifications. That's the threshold for rage, hate, and animosity. Remember this when you hear things from like the old user Arkham who said he asked Phil for like 10 or 20 bucks and Phil went full toxic on him, because as alien as that behavior sounds, Phil is proving he is that level of scum.
It has a silicone coating that covers the connectors. It came right off of one on the button that I'm trying to take off. Sanwa, it's a Sanwa button. This is supposedly a Sanwa button. Not good. This sucks. I don't know what QANBA was thinking. Yeah, I mean, if this joystick breaks, yeah, I have no Street Fighter stream for Thursday. There's nothing I can do. If this breaks it, I can't do anything. Unless I order a new one, but I don't have $300 to order a new joystick right now.
Money, please.
You know?
The God just tipped me $1 and says, here's $1 because you still think that money is the end all and be all when it comes to life. You'll find out the hard way.
Yeah, it's also annoying because I got this giant mass of fucking wires here, and it blocks the screw hole to put in the joystick. So this, I'll be honest, this is not a well-designed joystick. This QANBA, on the inside, this is a mess. There's not enough space to do anything. Everything's all cramped and shit. They did not engineer this well at all. This is a fucked up joystick.
What? I can't do anything.
I can't even get the screw to sit in the hole straight because I don't have enough room to work with to align it.
It's almost like you should have tools for this kind of specific job, like a micro driver kit. Here's the one I bought. It's $18 on Amazon. Been using it for years. I know he got over $150 on the stream after this, so why don't you take $18 and, buy an actual necessity as opposed to pulling sweaty men JPEGs?
But now, as you can see, there's a button missing right here. So I gotta try to get a button to fit in there while not destroying the joystick. And I don't know how that's gonna be possible. I really don't. Yeah, the connectors are ass. Yo, the connectors are so bad in this joystick, I can't even tell you if that's gonna work or not. They're supposed to be the same button, yet they feel completely different from each other. One has a click, and one has a different sound to it. I don't know why that is. That's weird. I also don't know if it's even connected properly. Like I said, the connector is awful. Oh no, the button's fucked up. The button sticks. Yeah, look, it sticks right there. Now I have a sticky light kick because of it. Yeah. Yeah. The button sticks. This is a fucking nightmare. Wow, QANBA, I'm not buying any more of your products.
And there was much rejoicing.
This is the last time I buy a QANBA product.
And there was much rejoicing.
This is a disaster joystick. There is no reason for it to be like this at all.
No!
That notch moves down. When you release, the notch moves back up. Well, because the joystick is crammed next to it, it's doing this to the side, so the button's sticking. Just like that. It's sticking in and not popping back out. You need a release to get the button to pop back out. It won't release because the joystick's touching it. So QANBA, you guys are fucked. I'm not wasting any more money on your garbage products.
And there was much rejoicing.
I can't believe you designed this joystick like this. You'd have to be a fucking idiot. That is asinine to design the joystick like that and have the stick that close to the button. It's moronic. There's way more space down there on the Xbox joystick, on the Hori. So Hori knows what they're doing. QANBA doesn't know what the fuck they're doing at all.
You know, when Brian, the one who tried to get Phil normal, played Street Fighter with Phil, was interviewed, he said that Phil needed a friend to just poke him every now and again and be like, bud, too much. Stop. And that's exactly what he needs here. QANBA has many fucks to give Phil, and they will give none to the fact that you won't buy their product again. You made what? 1, maybe 2 purchases of theirs in total? Something tells me they're gonna be okay, Karen. Did you want to send an email to the manager, tell them how this ruined your kid's Christmas? Now, does this response he's been given feel really extreme? Like, there has to be something else going on, because this level of man-baby rage, coping, and seething are not equal to the inconvenience Phil has received. Is divorce coin stock going up?
They have no fucking clue how to engineer a joystick. It's way too close. It doesn't allow you to mod it at all. No, you can't rotate the buttons, Joel, because this stick has notches in the steel. Take a look. There's a notch in the steel, so you have to have the button pop in at a certain angle. You can't even rotate the buttons while inside because of the way they've designed this. This is, like I said, this is literally one of the worst designed joysticks I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen one designed like this before. So they 100% designed it poorly. This is a $300 joystick. You can't swap the stick out to any kind of stick you want. So you paid $300 for a stick. You're limited in the joysticks you use in it because they designed it poorly. That is insanely stupid. Nah, I'm angry. Guys, I bought this joystick almost a year ago. I'm not getting a refund from QANBA. Let's be realistic here. What they're going to say is, oh, well, we guarantee that our joystick works stock, but as soon as you start modding it and taking the parts out, we have no responsibility. That's exactly what they're going to say.
What, you expected them to say, yeah, we'll give you a refund because the stick that's too big for that product's specifications doesn't fit? What world do you live in, Phil? And don't think that you spend $300, you're limited in the joysticks you use for it because they designed it poorly, slipped by me. If you wanted something infinitely swappable, why didn't you check for that, Phil? What the hell are you even on about, my guy? You bought it. You. Yes, you. I mean, are you going to read spec sheets from now on? Of course he's not. That would require learning.
Yeah, I know. Soul Psych Records says, get this joystick. Soundwood JLF. Again, I understand what you're saying, but I don't have hundreds of dollars to spend on a joystick. It sucks. I spent all this money last year on all this shit. What a pain in my fucking ass. Of course, right? Of course, this has to be my life. This has to be my situation. That nothing works.
I told you he was going to make himself a victim. Woe is Phil. This is his life. The square peg won't fit in the round hole. Is there no God? Why have you forsaken him, Lord?
You know? Of course. Trust me, guys, if I had the money, I would get it right now.
Money, please.
If I had the money, I would literally buy another stick right now that's PC, PS5 compatible. But, you know, I'm not made of money. I just don't have it. I don't have money to do 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 it. I don't have money to pay my fucking tax. They've got an entire block of wires running through the 2 connectors of your medium punch button. Seriously, they thought that was a good idea. To run a giant block of wires through the middle of the button, the wire connectors for this button. That's a good idea, according to QANBA. Yeah, I don't know, Jay Stanley says, this sucks because I like the Street Fighter streams a lot. Hopefully it works out. I don't know. Again, if I had the money, I would buy a new stick right now.
Money, please.
I don't even know if it would get here in time for Thursday. Depends on what Amazon has in stock, but I don't have the money. How much are new joysticks? On average, a good one, $300. I'm not even kidding. I wish that was an exaggeration. The good joysticks cost about $300. Again, it's like impossible to remove the buttons the way they built this fucking joystick. You can't rotate them, so you can't get the push spots to move. My finger is destroyed. My finger is all fucked up from getting these buttons on and off because the way they designed this stick is terrible.
I think I'm getting the black lung, Bob. It's not very well ventilated down there.
Awful fucking stick design. My light kick's not gonna work. Nope. Fuck these idiots. Fuck QANBA. You fucking pieces of shit. You fucked me on your shitty-ass $300 rip-off joystick where I can't put any stick I want in it because you designed it poorly because you're a bunch of fucking idiots. You fucking losers. You scam artists. I can't believe you fucked me like this. So I can't use this. This joystick's fucked up now. A scam artist. A thief. Yeah. I have a crooked light kick. And there's nothing I can do about it.
Wow. Just wow. I can't put any joystick in I want because of your shitty design, you fucking losers. Once again, poke, dude. Rein it in. You're acting like you're 8. I don't know how this whole thing even managed to devolve to this point. There was no catalyst. There was no triggering event, at least in my opinion. This is unhinged to a new degree. I know that we've had the spoon debacle this year with the King Be Bitch rant, but this is next level toxic. There was no personal attack towards Phil. There was nothing that could even be construed as a personal attack by Phil. Yet we got this doozy of maladjusted behavior from him. You need a therapist, dude. Yesterday. But like I said, this video demanded a response outside of my live reaction, so ta-da! Again, big ups to Memology, and everyone should be giving big ups to the neophytes and gym rats. They voted to let this one air immediately. But also, big ups to the newbies. Don't think I forgot about you. Till next time, which I don't see this being topped anytime soon, swole is the goal for a troll. Lift heavy. Eat clean. You want what, sir? Yeah, I want a V8 in my Prius. They're both engines, right?